Okay, today I'm making scallops with the raspberry reduction, and for the reduction you're going to need about a packet of raspberries. I've left some aside for the garnish. About 15 to 20 sprigs of thyme, fresh. About 4 tablespoons of a dry wine. I'm using Chardonnay. About a tablespoon of brown sugar and salt. First, I'm going to be cutting the thyme a little bit so it's easier to handle. So, just like, you don't have to cut it a lot because we're going to be draining it out anyway, so that's good. Okay, now I'm going to use a mortar and pestle and just break up my raspberries and mix them with my thyme. So first I'm going to put the raspberries in it, and then to help it grind better you need salt, yeah, that's about like a teaspoon, and then I'm just going to start with this, and then I'm going to add the thyme in later. Okay. Now, I'm just going to get a bowl, so after we grind the thyme together with it, I'm just going to transfer that into there. I've just transferred my raspberry to Since thyme is a little bit harder to grind, I always put some salt in it to help. And now to add a little bit more volume, because this isn't going to be enough sauce, I'm going to put in my wine. When I put the wine in, it'll give it a tart flavor and it'll be really nice to reduce it. To contrast with the wine and the raspberries, the sugar helps bring out this sweet thyme, and it also helps it sweeten more too. Okay, I'm just gonna put this in the fridge and let it marinate for about an hour. While I was marinating my sauce, I left my scallops out to thaw, so they're just gonna stay there. And now I'm gonna start preparing my sauce. What you want to do is you want to take the sauce and kind of strain everything out with a smaller spoon into a separate bowl so that the chunks of thyme and the chunks of raspberries don't get incorporated into the sauce. When this happens, you want to taste it throughout the whole thing to make sure that it's fine. And it may taste a little sour right now, and you can add some sugar if it's way too sour, but when it reduces, the sugars caramelize and it brings out that flavor. So right now, I just need a little bit. I'm just heating up a saucepan for my raspberry reduction, and I'm going to melt about a tablespoon of butter. Okay, it's melted now, so we're just gonna slowly pour in my raspberry mixture, and there's still some sugar at the bottom, so get that out. Turn it down to low or medium heat, and I just want to reduce it till it's thickened and it's about 1/3 of its volume. Now I've reduced it so it's become a much darker color, you can see, and it's about 1/3 of its volume, and it's thicker now, you can see. So in the meanwhile, my scallops have thawed out, so I'm just gonna season them. With my salt and pepper, and now I'm gonna bring them over to the stove and cook them. Okay, now my pan is heated, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more butter, and it may seem like a lot, but I really want to add butter because since I added butter to the sauce, it'll stay with the rich flavor. So I'm adding butter for my scallops as well. My butter's all melted, so I'm going to start searing my scallops. And this is on a medium-high heat. You don't want to add too many because then it gets crowded and the heat goes down. So you want to leave it there until you absolutely know that it's seared. And that's like perfect right there. Normally scallops don't really take that long, probably like 30-40 seconds on each side for a nice sear. These scallops may not be as big, they seem very tiny, but they work fine too. Okay, now my scallops are done, so I can just start plating that. You want to use the edge of the spoon, the back of the spoon, to just draw a line straight through. And don't take a lot of sauce. Now you're done.